I like it. People in California won't, but I do.
Yeah, well, they can have their beer, but I do like, if I'm going to make an IPA, it's generally a northeastern kind of IPA. I love using Amarillo hops, and I'll throw some Citra hops in there. But I like to experiment with hops like that. I love grapefruit tastes and pineapple tastes, and
Yeah, those are my
citrusy.
go-tos as well.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff, and the more the better. So I have found that some of the IPAs that I make, I don't like a hyper bitter IPA, but I do like something that maybe finishes or has the aroma hop. So even something that I'll use, like pale malt, and maybe a crystal malt, a low crystal malt, and then I'll throw just general hops in there, and then I'll dry hop it with a lot of hops, Amarillo and Citra, and that doesn't have it's not a high IBU or anything, but a lot of people like that beer because it's IPA-esque, but it doesn't have that punch you in the face, like throwing pennies in your mouth kind of taste to it.
The astringency character. Yeah, I mean, if you dry hop with the right quantity, that dry hop character can really, it's a nice.
Yeah.
Got to have a deft hand with it, but yeah, it's nice. I've made some medicinal IPAs in my day. I'll admit it here on camera, but it happens. But yeah, the astringent character that you can get from an overly aggressive dry hop, like it'll fudge up the beer quite a bit if you're not careful. Like, because you can make a nice beer and screw it up with a dry hop, and not from like an infection standpoint, like from the just either a wrong hop combo or letting the hops sit too long or not long enough. Like, there's a lot to play with there. And funny story about that from me here. The second beer I ever made was a dry hop beer. I made an IPA, and from a kit, but I always felt like using the kits was cheating for me. So like, I was like, I have to modify it in some way.
Right. Making sure
in order to make it my own. Right.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, I bought this kit for an IPA. It was like beer, simply beer, but the IPA, right. And at the time I didn't even like IPAs. I was making the beer for my brother-in-law. Like, I was like, oh, hops. Bleh. And so I was like, well, what's I want like a strong grapefruit flavor in the beer, very similar to what you talked about. And I, sought out on the internet, like grapefruit flavored hops, and Amarillo, boom, right there, And so I'm like, all right, well, let's just dry hop with, an ounce of Amarillo. And so, like, second beer ever made doing a dry hop, and I'll be damned if that wasn't like, probably that's a beer that I will make at least once a year.
Yeah.
I've submitted it to competitions and won at
Nice.
least 2 awards with. I mean, like, it's phenomenal, and it's just a little kit beer with a dry hop. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it's just fantastic, and it's just a wonderful little, it's not overly aggressive in the hops. It's not hazy, but it's pleasant. It's pleasantly hopped. I don't know how else to describe it.